Hey everybody, it's Aquila, and this is the Lefty Nerd Podcast. This is episode 127. Thank you all for joining me. Thank you to any new people watching, and thank you to any of my old subscribers that are continuing to watch through this time of not many projects. My fiscal year at work just ended, and I've been very stressed. And I've been very tired. I come home. Well, when I'm in office, which I've been in office, come home, and I just don't want to do anything. Let me say the date. Today is August 4th, and it's 2021, and this is a video about knitting, crocheting, anything yarn related, creative stuff, craftiness that I'm doing through the week. And I post them all kind of vlog style mushed together on Saturdays. I don't have much to show you. It is already Wednesday. I am working on the Fae Tank by Abigail Haze, and it's a crochet project. I've already ripped this out once. So if you've watched previous episodes, you're going to get the little spiel again. I used cast on for size 6 for my daughter. Now I've cast on size 8, which is, the body's all fine, but then I have put the dang straps on and it barely goes over her head. This is a bag that I got that John dyed because it was just plain beige. He tie-dyed it. They were having a tie-dye day and he tie-dyed. So this yarn is from Avalon Springs Farm. I don't have the tag for it. This skein didn't have a band on it, and the other one that's in the other room does. It is a sport weight yarn, and it's called like Flower Bouquet maybe? I can't remember. So you crochet this panel, and you can tell where it's changed. You crochet this way, up and down. Now, like I said, I've ripped this out twice, and I have now attempted to put the straps. So you seam it. There's the seam. You go around and you put markers and you do these little straps. Well, there's more to these straps, but I wasn't going to do more to the straps before I could try it on my kid's head. So this is in the front, so the straps kind of go like this. It's really cute. I can insert a picture here from the designer. There's only like 2 projects or something on this page, and I know that sometimes A is an issue because not enough people have made it, and B, maybe it wasn't test crocheted enough. So when I did the size 6, I couldn't even get these straps over her head. So this part goes over her head, obviously, because this is going to go on her shoulders like this. You know, her head has to fit through there. Her head barely fits through here. This is the size 8. I don't think Haze has a obnoxiously large head. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't have other kids the same age to like compare her to, but in her class, she's not much bigger than the other kids. I don't want to go up a hook size. And not to give away like numbers, but you only chain 2 more for the largest size. 2. This stretches over her head. Again, once though I add more stitches, I add onto this chain, I feel like it's going to end up getting tighter, because not tighter, but it won't be as stretchy as just a single chain. Am I losing my mind? I feel like I'm losing my mind. Okay, I'm not ripping the body out again. The body seems fine. I'm going to rip those chains out. And I don't know how many more I'm going to chain. I think I might chain 10 extra on each side. I think that would ensure me it is fitting over her head, and I'm not going to rip an ear off. kids and putting clothes on. It catches their lip and they cry for 8 hours. Sorry. We've been dealing with like some crazy, she's emotional. I don't know. She's 5. So I have an older daughter who I did not have birth-wise, and I didn't really get her till she was 13. So I had to deal with whole other different like emotions and attitudes and whatnot. But at 5, it's like a whole I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know. Enough rambling. I'm not trying to rip an ear off, putting this over her head, or struggle, because if it's a struggle bus, she's not going to want to wear it. Because she has clothes that she doesn't like to wear because they're a pain in the butt to get on, Mommy, and I'm not going to wear them. I don't want this to be a pain in the butt. She picked this yarn. She picked the pattern herself. We searched Ravelry and found it. All links will be down below if I didn't mention that. So dealing with that and then being like stressed out because this just is not working. That's what I have for you. I bought stuff. Do you want to see what I bought? I have it right here. Because why? Knit Picks Felici is back. Felici? I think it's Felici. Again, you can just correct me down below if you'd like to. I bought the value pack where you get every color. And I bought 2 of them, so I would have a full 100 grams. My plan is, if you don't know, and you're new, I have a circular sock machine. I want to start cranking full socks to sell on our Etsy page. I have cranking services on there. I want to start making socks for my non-knitter friends. You know, like people that are like, oh, will you make me some socks? And I'm like, no, but I'll crank you some socks and then you can buy them off Etsy. That's what I'm planning. So I bought some yarn from Knit Picks. They were also having like a huge sale, so I bought some like other yarn, and then I bought some fun yarn for myself. But I bought every color in Felici. Oh, I'm sorry. The tape has reattached itself. Sorry. Ready? Ta-da! All right. So I bought 2 balls of every color. So if you go on their website, I think this one's really cool looking. I love that. It's so different because, like, I don't know, you hold up like 3 of these and you're like, it's all the same colors. Not all the same colors being used, but it's not quite different. Like that one's really different. This one was really different. This one I thought was really different. I liked that one. This one is, I'll name some of them, I guess. This is Base Jump. This first one is called Speed Racer. I really liked that. This one was not new, but I didn't buy it the first time. So now I have it. This one is Vampire Vibes. This one is rainbowish, and I liked that one, and it's Psychedelic Sunset. And the other one that I thought was really different, and I'm not sure how it's really gonna look because the colors kind of flow into one another. And sometimes in Felici, if you've used it before, sometimes 2 of the colors next to each other are really similar, and there's not like a defined line. Some people like that, some people don't. This one I feel like is gonna be one of those, because do you see that color and that color? They're close. That's Red Rocks. I thought this one was really different too, because it wasn't like the purples and the pinks and the teals. And then this one was a little bit different because, well, I love these colors just in general, but this one's called Under the Sea. So what I also bought, this was on sale, like super duper cheap, like $5 a skein. This is the Hawthorne yarn, which I've used on my machine before. I just have to loosen my tension like a click. This is only 357 yards for 100 grams. So you're getting, it's definitely a plumper yarn. So it's a little thicker. It doesn't seem thicker, but it has to be. Right? So when I say I have to loosen my gauge on my machine, it's because not flowing through the machine as well, so I have to give it I have to make the stitches a little longer for the tension, and I have to do that with certain brands of yarn I know, and I just do that automatically, but my standard is for like the stroll yarn, because I know the stroll goes through my machine. It's what I have a lot of, because that's what John uses to dye on. So, but this is a gray marl, and they had like 3 different marls. They had a pink marl, a blue marl, and a gray marl, and I was like, I don't know if I really want the pink or the blue. So I just went with the gray, and I bought 3 of them because I want to use these in some of my socks that I'm going to sell, and do like really different, bright, contrasty heels, cuffs, and toes. And I thought that would be fun. The other thing that I bought, because it was just a good price, and this was $3, and they had a bunch of colors of this. This is the Alpaca Bloom. It's kind of like if you were to buy like mohair or whatnot to hold together with a fingering weight or a DK weight to get like that fuzziness, which is in a lot of patterns recently, as in like the last year, a lot of hold this together. So I bought black because I didn't know what color I would want. So I did buy just the black, and I bought 2 of those because why not? So they were $3, and you get, this is an alpaca nylon blend, and it's 164 yards. So I probably should have bought more because they're only 25 grams, but I don't know what I'm going to use it in, so I just bought the 2. There's like a really cute like shirt pattern I've seen people making lately where the front and the back of the raglan shirt is like a solid DK or fingering, I'm not quite sure. And then the raglan sleeve part is in like a mohair. And I thought that was cool. That's what I have. If you've watched the last episode, I haven't spun any more of that alpaca yarn. Maybe I'll work on that. It frustrated me a little because I've never spun that before, that blend. So a little frustrated with that too. So everything I have right now is not just simple, come home and just, oh, I'm gonna relax and create. It's not. Yeah, I need to make a tutorial video, which I don't. It's not really so much a tutorial, but just an instructional type video. People have been asking for me to make a setup bonnet on my machine as a video. So I know they're out there, but again, I feel like having videos done by multiple people in multiple styles isn't hurting the internet. And somebody might learn something from me in a video, or understand my video better, or maybe not understand my video better and like another video better, and that's perfectly fine. But it's available. Like the information is out there. Because I know sometimes when I'm looking up a stitch, I'll look at multiple videos, and there's ones I like better than others. I'm sure that's like all of us. So stay tuned for fun socks cranking. All right, and that's it. This is gonna make noise. I'm gonna turn this off now. See you in the next clip. Good morning. It is Thursday, August 5th. And yeah, I didn't mean to grab this shirt out of my drawer, but I guess I'm wearing a Christmas shirt today. OMG, Santa, I know him. This movie is life. I love it. It's so good. Hazel loves it. We all love it. Christmas in August. Whatevs. Drinking some coffee. You know, left-handed. I'm left-handed. Hi. When I hold the mug, you don't see the decal. Which, you know, okay. When you buy mugs, you buy them for your own enjoyment, right? So technically, this is a great mug because it faces me and I get to see it. So I don't quite understand if I was right-handed, everybody else would see the mug and not me. But what if I'm just sitting here drinking a cup of coffee all by myself? I want to see it. This is my mug. My mother-in-law got me this. It's a David Bowie reference, obviously. But I get to enjoy it since I'm left-handed. All right, let's talk. We Share Needles podcast. I mentioned them in the last episode because we had received some squares from them. I don't remember who mentioned them for me to start watching them, but I have. Kristen and Maddie, best fibery friends, and they were pretty hilarious talking about John's pants. I made a comment on the page. They're like, oh, she said something about, I don't know if he'll like a sparkly square. Well, John will like a sparkly square. John owns sparkly pink Converse. John is John. He's gonna love it. But they had mentioned that I have an accent. Now, I've heard this before. So I'm in Maryland. Maryland. Okay. Is south of the Mason-Dixon line. So when I went to school in Philadelphia, which is only one state away, 1 hour away, like an hour and 15 minutes, people swore I had like, not a deep south, but a southern accent, a southern drawl to my speech. And I just thought that was funny. I mean, technically we're south of the Mason-Dixon line, so we were a southern state, but I don't feel like I have like this deep south drawl. But again, I watch other podcasters and I giggle sometimes at the way they pronounce words, and I know it's just because of the region they're from or where they're from, and they're in the United States. It's not like they're in another country and they have an accent. That's a whole different thing. So in Maryland, Baltimore. See how I said Baltimore? Not Baltimore. Ball, like B-A-W-L, Baltimore. There is an accent that is just formed, and I tried doing a little research on it, and it wasn't like, it was just saying something about the white class working folk, but I would have thought it was more blue collar. I don't know. Either way, Baltimoreese. Now, I've already heard of the term Baltimoreese. It is the language, is the term for the slang, I guess, the kind of, it's not so much slang because it is the word, but it's just the way we say it. So, a lot of people will say wash, not wash, wash your clothes, water, wash your dishes in the zinc, like the metal, zinc, Z-I-N-K, not Z-I-N-C, but not S-I-N-K, zinc. There's a whole slew of these. And then of course the other thing is hun. Now I could link a video or two down below, but you can also just go on YouTube. Well, you could stay on YouTube and you could search Baltimoreese, B-A-L-T-I-M-O-R-E-S-E, Baltimoreese. Or like Baltimore slang or Baltimore accent. It's definitely a whole, there's a bunch of words. There's a bunch, right? There is a road that is Bel Air Road, or there's an actual town, city, Bel Air, but it's not Bel Air. It's Blair. It's Blair Road. Hun. And in Hamden, and Hamden's the biggest place that does the Hun Festival, and it's H-O-N, Hun. And the Huns have the big beehive hairdos and the like 50s cat glasses. I will insert a picture of a few Huns if I can find some. Yeah, so it's a whole thing. So I guess I have a mix of Baltimore / Southern accent. Is that good enough? I don't know. I don't know how to explain that. On to the knitting, not even knitting, crochet. The Fae tank. Now, I tried this on Haze's head. It seemed to be fine. It was better. I am a little concerned again, though, because after you put these straps on, and they're just chains, and that's when I tried it on her head. But then my coffee's gonna end up getting in the way. You widen them, and I feel like after you widen them, you don't get as much. Now, I'm pretty sure it will go over her head, but, All right, so I've now picked up and I'm crocheting down this front panel. I'll insert a picture here of what it looks like, or I've already done that. I don't remember. And it's gonna have like it goes a little bit further, and then it has like a scalloped edge at the bottom. And this will be done. It's cute. I've talked about this other project, and it's been sitting. I have not touched it. Lisa from Fibernymph Dye Works was also making this cardigan, and I think the first time I ever saw it was on Fat Squirrel Speaks, and why can't I think of her name? I think that's where I first saw it. All right, a good vintage cardigan, and that is made by Fran Morgan. It's crochet, and I'm using yarn that John dyed, and I'm not very far, and honestly, I'm not loving the aesthetic, I guess. I do like it, but I don't like it. I see other ones on like Ravelry pages, and I like them a lot more. So I'm not loving this. I'll insert a picture of the designer's one, which is like a lighter gray with all these really lighter, not so much pastel, but beautiful colors. And I like the look of that more. I don't know. And this is getting frogged. I am frogging this. It's happening. It's happening. It's happening. Because I found another pattern when I was gifting a pattern to someone that was one of the abroad winners, and they had picked a Petiteknit pattern, and I don't know if it was this one or the other one that I saved, because there was two that I saved, because I was like, ooh, I really like these. And I saved them, and it's the Friday tee. And I like the yarns for it. This being the lighter color, this being the little stripes of color. And if you do go look at this pattern, the Friday tee, it is a ribbed, my cat's acting very strange. Not rib, like a moss, it looks like a broken rib maybe, or a moss stitch. I didn't read everything. I'm gonna use these. So this is yarn John had dyed. This was one of his first colorways with acid dyes. And this one was done with black walnuts when he was doing some natural dyeing. I'm gonna use these. I'm using them. Done and over with. And then I was, of course, on Ravelry, and I was like, I really should try to use some more of the patterns that I actually own. And there was a pattern by Lisa Mutch. Yes, if I can remember, I'll put a picture of that here. And it's a DK weight pattern, and I was like, this would be a really great way, and it looks pretty big. This would be a great way to use just 2 skeins. Now here they're using 3 different colors that kind of fade into one another, and they're all DK weight. Well, I've already done the calculations, and I'm pretty sure you would be fine. You could take 2 like larger skeins, maybe not a 400 yard skein, but the larger ones in a fingering weight. The first color, you double it up. So color A is held double. Then that second section, you would hold A and B together. And then the third one, you would hold BB together. And I think that would be a really cool way to do like some Wacky Wednesday type color choices. Like taking two skeins that necessarily wouldn't go together and then mushing them together into this shawl. Or two loner skeins that you just don't have, like you have we all have those single skeins, or we've tried destashing them or whatever. Taking those single skeins that maybe might not go with anything else in your repertoire of choices and matching it with another one of those single skeins and mushing them together. And I own that pattern, so I think that is going to be something I cast on next. I really think it's like that feeling of you buy something and then you never wear it. Like, I have clothes or shoes that I've bought that I wore like twice, and then you feel bad that you even bought it. So like, I've bought these patterns and I need to use them. So I don't own that Friday tee. I'm gonna purchase it. It was like $7. The good vintage cardigan was also around $7. But I already own the other one, so I need to start doing that. Do you guys have a lot of do you guys buy a lot of patterns and then just not do them, and then a new pattern comes out and you buy it and you cast that on? I feel like I do that not all the time, but a decent amount of time. So I'm trying to use some of the stuff that I already have. So I'm going to rip this out. It makes me sad because I really did love it in the beginning. And it's not doing it for me anymore. And then when I saw that, I thought of these colors and thought, holy cow, I think that would be beautiful. So I'm going to take it out. And I still own that pattern, so I can still make like a fun, scrappy version. I don't have to use full skeins that I have on hand. So yeah, there we are. There's my brain dump for the day. Yeah. So if you don't follow any of those podcasts I mentioned, you should definitely do that. We Share Needles, Fibernymph, and Fat Squirrel, all really good podcasts. So yeah, there you go. Bye. It's Friday, and today is the 5th.
Final answer?
I think. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think you're right. It's the 6th.
It's the 6th. Beer time. That's what time it is.
I had my first beer at 8:30 this morning.
I believe that. In the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Time stands still in the airport. I just got off a plane, and now I have a camera in my face.
Yeah. I want to record today, though, and then I have a little bit for tomorrow, and then... Yeah. I ripped out a second project. I ripped out that headband. I'm never going to finish it. Yeah. Wind up yarns for something else. I'll just show you that tomorrow, though. let's open some packages.
Okay.
We have from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
That has actual yarn in it. What? Okay.
Oh boy.
Has a note to you.
Oh, and we're not allowed to read notes according to my wife.
Well.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. What is going on here? Ooh, I like that.
It's a handmade card.
I like handmade cards.
Oh, I know who this is. I'm sure she would be fine with me saying who it is. Melissa, resting stitch face on Instagram.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure.
That's a handmade card.
I'm pretty sure, yeah, handmade.
Oh boy. Let's see what's inside of it. Is there a?
I know.
Is there a?
And her I believe that is her company too.
Oh.
So that is her yarn.
There's a hand drawn nude.
Stop.
Oh yeah, these bad boys.
The Orioles themed one.
Oreos.
Because she's a big baseball fan.
Oreos magic. Feel it happen.
Oh, and she put what the mini
Is
skeins
she
are.
the
This
one-
is her company, Fauna Fibers.
Is she the one that's
Oh,
the
look at
Brewers
those.
fan? Where is she from?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Yes.
She's
the
always
one
at the
that
baseball game.
Is always at Brewer Stadium. I want to go out there and go to
A
a Brewers game.
unicorn and a little yarny bill.
Oh.
These are really beautiful. These are her hand-dyed yarns. So check
Oh,
out.
she dyed those?
Yeah, I totally forgot that she had like a shop. Yes, she has a shop. There
That's
you go.
awesome.
Fauna Fibers. Check her out.
I like that. The like.
Yeah, that's really cool looking.
And that.
They're all really cool looking.
Oreos magic, feel it happen. O-R-I-O-L-E-S. Magic, 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 magic. Something magic happens.
Okay, okay. All right.
Every time
Italy.
you go.
Who I know
you
who this
got
is
to
too.
feel magic. The magic of Orioles baseball. When the game is house.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
Italy.
Italy. Oh boy.
Italy. I was talking about Baltimore slang, and people don't say Little Italy. They say Little Italy.
Well, the ladies that share all the needles.
That's why I was
already
talking
say-
about the slang, because I was talking about them earlier.
That was weird because like how
John Bridges.
John Bridges. So this is all the way from a town called Italy. That's not a town; it's a state or a country. Country?
Aw.
Final answer. Country. They have spaghetti there, and they have mom juice there, and these are gonna be part of my britches. Oh, guys! Aw! I just got off of a plane, and I just saw the neighborhood crackheads walk by out the front window. I am home. It's not official until the neighborhood crackheads walk by.
Stop. Okay. All right.
Don't do drugs.
Oregon.
Italy.
Italy. I put
Italy.
it in its package. Italy.
I got stuff from
I know.
Italy.
Ooh, those are cool.
Look at these bad boys. Look at that.
Oh, Carie, the Creative Obsession.
Do I know the creative
Yeah.
obsession? I do.
Yeah.
I do.
I hope you can find a place on John's Almost Famous pants.
She's the one that named the pants. The Almost Famous pants. I love them.
Yeah, those are cool.
I love them. They are beautiful.
Beautiful. All right.
Dude, this is so cool. This
It
is
is
so
really cool.
freaking cool.
Okay, one more. And ooh, that was the camera. We know who this lady is.
We do.
Andrea,
And
the cat lady.
the kitty cat lady.
Craft all. Oh, that's your toes on my feet.
I'm
Stop.
trying to play footsies. Did y'all see that the cat lady made not one but two knit bikinis?
Yeah.
It was freaking
I
rad.
know. I would never
I don't.
put one on. I would be
I don't
way
want to
too.
judge,
I have too much body image issues.
but I think they would hold up horribly in the ocean.
Oh yeah, I mean they're not meant for like swimming in.
Oh.
They're meant for like
She pulled it off though.
Strutting your shit.
Yeah, she was strutting her shit.
Yeah.
She was strutting her shit.
I'm not gonna read notes on the thing.
Oh boy. I always love a good traditional yellow and green and like granny. Oh, what do we got here?
I love them.
Ooh,
They're so
we
good.
got a little Oreos, a little Ravens, a little green.
That's gracious. Okay.
Oh boy.
Alright, so squares.
Squares.
Then we bartered.
Yes.
We bartered.
So I know I make fun of my hippie wife for being like not shaving, not doing like good mental hygiene, trying to cover everything up with patchouli and stuff like that. But when it comes to bartering, I think I'm about as hippie as it gets because I love a good bartering opportunity. It sucks so bad because you could totally get me every time. You'd be like, I have a used gum wrapper and I will trade it to you for a house. And I'd be like, yes! Like, I'm not good at like the whole thing.
But you're good at flea marketing, which is ridiculous.
I am good at flea marketing.
Okay, so Georgianne contacted you? I can't remember the order.
See.
2 skeins of yarn. We got 2 bags. It's amazing. And you picked this one.
Yes.
There's a card. And
these are from California.
So Georgianne is the owner and designer of Stitching Plaza. And she makes bags.
And she has these special basil bags because I'm really into like basil and stuff. So like it's really good. I can put some basil with my Italians.
And of course, what did I get?
You mean what did I get you?
Beetlejuice.
What did I get? So I got her.
Stop crinkling.
I'm trying to figure out how to open it, ma'am.
Oh my god.
You're smarter than me. Even though you have a really weird accent.
What are some words that come to mind right off the top of your head that are like...
Oh my god,
no.
Where do I start?
Fire them off.
Yeah. Ours don't go in wash. Go ahead. What are you going to do to your laundry?
Wash.
Lying ass. Trying to show out for the internet.
I already did wash and water and zinc, so...
Yeah.
You can't think of any
and you
other
just
ones
say,
off the top of your head?
You know what I mean? After everything?
I don't think that's a
everything.
Baltimore thing. That's just
everything.
me. You know what I mean? And I've been much better about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know what all these numbers are on my basil bag, but
that's how many ounces you should use.
Yeah, that's how many ounces
spaghetti.
of basil I should use in my spaghetti. You ready for this? You ready?
What's on the inside of yours? I got polka dots.
Oh,
polka dots too, I think.
I don't know what I have on mine. Polka dots.
Polka dots. Alright, so, Stitching Plaza. There you go. Sorry, we're recording at a weird time. And it's the lighting. Oh my god. Okay, that's what we have to show you. I have to show you a little bit tomorrow. We're running out of time because we're going to be over like 40 minutes and I don't want to do that again, so... Yay.
I have something for you to open.
Tomorrow?
No, right now.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be here. Spoiler alert. It's my britches.
Oh my god. Okay, it is Saturday. Let's round up this video. Sorry for the awkward angle. My kid has decided she is in the living room, so... We've already battled it out this morning because I wanted her to take really cutesy pictures with her new Faye tank on. Pictures. Video. Whatever I have to insert at this point because not cooperating. It's okay though. It fits really well and I think she'll even get next summer out of it. So there we go. Faye tank. Yes, so... I showed you guys that shawl that I wanted to make. Well, I didn't go really crazy with the mashing of the colors. I kind of picked out colors, but I think it's really cool, and I've started it, obviously. I'm gonna move back over because I don't think I'm inserting any more stuff, and if I do, I'll just have to cover up part of my face, and that's okay. Calls for size 8 needles. I just kind of Isn't that bright? It's so bright. Okay. So this, again, I'm holding it double. This is my first color. Then I will hold this and the second color together, and then I will hold the second color double. This is the Shift by Laura Mutch. Mutch. M-U-T-C-H. This first color is Turtle Made. The company is Turtle Made. And I got this at Shenandoah Fiber Festival a few years ago. It is a semi-solid and it doesn't have a color. 463 yards. It's just colorway 1310-2. And it's a 75 merino, 25 nylon. And guys, this is so bright. This yarn I tried to put into something else and that got frogged, so I had it and I was like, oh, I want to use that. The other color that I was using it with though was a fade, and I didn't want to hold a yarn that faded together or a gradient. I didn't want to do that, so I had to pick something else. So in my stash, I believe this was gifted to me from Laura in my knitting group. Hey Laura, I don't know how many of my actual local knitting group watches, but she gifted me this. This is a hand-dyed yarn here in Baltimore. It's carried at Clover Hill Yarn Shop, I believe. My cat is playing with my shoes. Snallygaster Fibers. So I think she gave this to me as a birthday present. This is the Anka single sock. So it is a single. Now it is 400 yards. I am a little worried. But since I'm using it as my color B, I can just end the shawl where I want to. So we should all be feminists. That's the colorway name. And I remember having this in my stash, and I remember it having the pops of that neon orange. So let me show you guys. I have my ends kind of pulled up to the top because I'm going to be using both of them. But see the pops of orange? I think that's going to be so cool when I hold it double, and it'll be really, really, really neat. So cool? I think it's cool. Boop. I'm happy with it. All right, that's all I have to show you guys right now. And I'm going to make this part very short only because I know I have like 38 minutes of video already and not staying under the 30, which I've been trying to do. It's being housed in my dick in a bag. This naughty knitting sacks. But I can't get over this. I was going to use my new bag, and this already had the project that I was ripping out, and I just put it back in this. So I'm really, really excited for this. I think it's going to be really cool. It's going really fast. I'm about halfway row-wise through the first section, but because it's getting bigger, it's definitely not like half of the knitting because you're doubling the amount of, the stitches, the amount of stitches is getting much longer. It looks like a hammock or a canoe. Safety orange. I mean, that's definitely, it is bright. It's so bright, and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. All right, guys, I hope everybody's well. Thank you all for, always tuning in and commenting. I don't have anything good to comment down below or, whatever. Like, what's a word? Here we go. What is a word or a phrase or something that you say that is like different sounding to other people, I guess? Because we always get made fun of for saying like water, wash. So I wish I could find those books. I had books that had like examples, but I did post a link I will be posting a link down below for a family that lives in Baltimore saying some Baltimore sounding words. So yeah, so hope everybody's well. Check in on one another. It's a very nerve-wracking time, and I'm not gonna lie, my anxiety's through the roof. Here, where we are, masks are going to be required in school again for the start of the year. Nothing else has been said about being part, like, hybrid, virtual, nothing. And my workplace, where we are zoned, the mayor has put a indoor mask back into place, and even though we are vaccinated, they want us wearing masks if we are not in a office that has a door that closes, which I am not, and I'm in office all this week. So I will be masked up, and I already told my team that I might have to take breaks, because even in a store wearing it for an hour, I definitely have to take a break. So I'm feeling for my kid, man, because where she's been, they haven't masked because the limited numbers and everybody's vaccinated and whatnot. So yeah, so check in on people. Just check in, because not everybody's good emotionally right now. People are going through it. They're going through it. Not knowing what to do to keep their family safe and others safe, and their kids who under certain age can't be vaccinated, whether you're choosing to or not. I mean, that is... I'm not going into that debate. Or not debate. I'm just not going into that. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of scary time still. So just be kind to one another, check in with one another, and yeah, just remember, not everybody's situation is your own, because they're not. It's not. And it's hard. So yeah. All right, now I've talked a lot. Bye, y'all, until the next episode. Thank you. Knit happy.